I'm just being silly. All right. Now, Ammo². This is a very interesting one. I think I was offered something by them a long time ago, but it's been years since then. So I really haven't kept up with them whatsoever. But I did reach out to somebody who has, and that was, of course, GB Guns. Uh, Great dude, very knowledgeable, very intelligent in a different way than a lot of the gun community is. He actually is very articulate on a lot of things, and he has a very high journalistic standard, which I know can. When you say journalist in this group, you might get a few people that are like, well, nobody likes journalists, let's say. But for this Ammo², it is a interesting product that doesn't really appeal to me, but I think can work for some people. So Ammo² is essentially a ammo subscription service with some additional components to it. So what it is, let's say if you have your budget for, let's say, $20 a week, $40 a week, $50 a week, whatever it happens to be, you can then set your budget and then the ammo types that you want. Now, the ammo types that you want are broken down between, let's say, practice, which is like a ball round, match, self-defense. Of course, you have your different 12 gauge loads, 12 gauge loads, and a bunch of other things. Let's see. If we go down to 223, we get 223 match, practice, and self-defense. Also, hunting as well. And you can get some specific brands in there, but a lot of it can be kind of mixed bag style stuff. Now, what it kind of acts like is every time you make a payment, you essentially put ammo into a crate. And when you reach a certain threshold that you personally set up, they will just ship it to you. So it's not like an Acre Gold subscription where if you stop halfway or whatnot, you don't get anything and you need to refund, and then you get like a 20% fee on top of it or something like that. They actually will ship it to you as you want, basically. So you don't have to wait till you get like a full ounce of gold or something like that. Now, very interestingly enough, what makes this a little bit different and kind of interesting for some people is that you can also trade your credits. So let's say in my account, I have $500 worth of 9mm and 5.56, but I just picked up a 6mm arc that I want to use. Right. And so actually I'm like, well, can I trade $100 of my 9mm credit to 6 arc and get about 75 rounds of 6 arc or something like that, whatever it ends up being, to kind of move that around. And they will do that for you. So you can actually take your credits and sell and trade them back, which is an interesting concept. So it's not like the stock market, but kind of, because you can buy and sell your ammo that you already have stored up. Now, they claim that they always have your ammo in stock. That's not like a bank where necessarily your money isn't actually there. They will actually ship you your ammo at any time. So it's, for some people, I think it can make sense. Now, of course, because it is a subscription model and there is a lot of work on their end to do all of this work for you, the prices are not the lowest on the internet, but they are, let's say, 10 to 15% higher per round. Obviously, it's going to vary from specific round to type, all of that sort of fun stuff. And of course, you don't get to pick exactly what type of ammo you want. Now, for me, who, again, I am in a very different position, I can buy whatever I want and shoot whatever I want, basically. So for me, I just buy it, right? Because for me, I just want to basically try one type of ammo that I know works in all of my stuff, that I've had good results with, and that's all I want. If I buy, let's just say, for instance, I had like $1,000 in my account and I wanted, okay, I'm taking all of this in 223/556, I might get 15 or 20 different types of ammo, which for what I do is not great. I don't like that. Now, for some people, you might want a ton of different varieties of ammo to test in different guns or whatnot. For me, I don't want to go from one mag to the next mag and have like different ejection patterns because I went from a high pressured ammo to a low pressured ammo, all sorts of different stuff. So I would rather personally, because I have, via what I do, I can just go out and say buy 1,000 rounds of whatever I want at a time. That's what I prefer to do and know exactly what I'm getting. Now, you can basically replicate this without minus the selling and trading your stuff back. You can kind of do that just by, again, throwing 20 bucks in a cookie jar every week. And then after it reaches 100 bucks or 200 bucks, 300 bucks, whatever that happens to be, go purchase your case of ammo, right? And you can do that on the individual level. But if you want to use them as a service or as a hedge against prices rising, because again, keep in mind, if you have like $1,000 of 5.56 in Ammo², they when the price of 5.56/223 goes up, you don't magically lose more, as I understand it, but you can buy and sell at different rates. So there is some interesting stuff going on with Ammo². It's not my thing, but I certainly don't think that it's the worst. Now, looking up some reviews for it on their website, they had one pretty bad review, and it was because it was difficult because it is a subscription service. This gentleman, James, here on the left, had a difficult time canceling his account slash order because of course there is a subscription fee, and then there is a little bit of markup in the ammo as well on top of your standard markup because they are doing a lot of the work for you, sourcing, all that sort of fun stuff. And so this gentleman had a hard time canceling his order. Looking around on other review sites for it and reading some of these articles, most people that have tried it are fairly positive. There are some drawbacks, again, just being the fact that it is a little bit more expensive and is absolutely not for everyone. So, as far as for me, as far as I go, I would not personally use this service again because I just don't need it. I prefer to buy 1,000 rounds of one type of ammo at a time, and that's basically as well. Outside of some very niche calibers, I usually just buy 1,000 rounds at a time of whatever it is that I'm looking at. But for me, I probably wouldn't rep this company, not because they've done anything egregious or anything, but just because it's not my thing. And if it's something I don't believe in, I'd rather not staple my name to it, staple my reputation to it. So it's an interesting concept, not for everybody, not for me. I would actually probably put it above TAC Pack, to be fair, because I think TAC Pack is kind of a worse service in general. Sorry, my son was trying to get in the door. All right. Terribly Tactical says, I don't trust Ammo² because I'm not good at math. Yeah, that's actually the main reason why I don't use it, is because I can't do the math. And so that's a little bit too much work for me.